Hi, I'm Sheilaa Hite, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today on the full moon to talk to you about the full moon and something else that's happening this week. So let's begin with the full moon. Today, the full moon is in Aquarius. Well, this is the second time we've had a full moon in Aquarius this year. We had that same full moon in Aquarius happen 28 days ago. So it's a very rare occurrence when the full moon is in the same sign, once right after the other. So this will not happen again until August 31st, 2023. And it's a rare occurrence. Sometimes this is called the blue moon. And when you have two full moons in the same sign, one right after the other, it's an opportunity to take stock of where you are, of what's going on, of what has gone on, and an opportunity to move forward in a way you want, to complete things. Full circle is one way of looking at it. So you go from the very beginning of the sign. The moon in Aquarius was at 1 degree, that full moon, the first one. And now you're at the very end where the moon in Aquarius at 29 degrees. So what we can do with this, how we can use this full moon, is we can say, what is it I need to complete? What is it I need to let go of? What is it I need to be aware of and to handle appropriately? The beauty of this particular full moon is it is conjunct together with the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the planet of balance. But not balance as in 6 and 6 like a scale, but celestial balance, the balance of the flow, the natural flow of everything working the way it's supposed to work. Jupiter is also the planet of luck and the planet of blessings. So there might even be some long-distance traveling involved with Jupiter too. So full moons are about the fullness, the bigness of things. And Jupiter is about expansion. And it's also about luck and blessings. So what do you need to expand upon? Where and how and what do you need to call your blessings down upon? Well, let's take a look at that. Literally, in your life, take a look at it. Sit with pen and paper or with whatever devices, communication devices you want to use, and start looking at what I would like to expand upon. And because today there's extra juice for it. Not only is it the full moon and wonderful things that can happen, sign of Aquarius, and it's also together with Jupiter, which is a lot of celestial blessings. So wonderful things can happen with that too. Now, just to make sure, yes, what we're doing is when you have the full moon in the same sign, one right after the other, you have to understand that something has come full circle. Begin to take a look at what you're feeling, what you're believing, how that works for you, and come to an awareness that I don't have to carry this anymore. Or at least it's completed on this level. It has gone full circle. And then allow it to, like a balloon that you let go of the string of, allow it to move out into the world, to the universe, to go where it needs to go and to morph into what it needs to morph into. The other happening this month which is really super important, is today as well. The sun has gone from Leo into Virgo. We are now in the time of Virgo. So if we're now in the time of Virgo, then this is a great time. It's not the most exciting time, but it is a time when you can get things done. It's a time of practicality. It's a time of details. It's the time of discernment. So methodology is extremely important. How are you doing that? How are you going to do that? Are you going to do that in a way that serves the purpose? And are you going to do that in a way that completes the picture? Have you paid attention to the details? Are you emotional about this, or are you practical and logical about this? This is the time of great practicality. Doesn't mean you can't trust your intuition. It doesn't mean that you can't be emotional. It does mean that you have to go, about a lot of things and see how your discernment will work. See how your non-biased, non-emotional examination of the issue is working. And then allow the information you get to lead you to the next steps. We're going to have a great month of just seeing what's going on, what we want to go on, and knowing how we want to deal with it. This is the first part of the harvest. We're entering harvest season when we enter the time of Virgo. So take a look at what you're harvesting. Is this what you intended to harvest? Take a look at how you're planning to deal with this harvest. Are you looking at dealing with it in a way that is going to nurture you and everything that you're building, everything you want to happen? If you are a Virgo during this time, happy birthday. I'll say it in advance. And happy birthday, and enjoy the fact that this is your time. And it's a time when people are more likely to come to you and consult you about issues, whatever the issues are for them. They're going to see the depth of your wisdom and appreciate it more. Allow yourself to enjoy this without any becauses on it. Just enjoy being the person who knows. Now, there's a ritual that I would like to recommend to you with this blue moon, this full moon in Aquarius, the second one in a row. And as I said before, you get a second chance, you get to complete things. So there are two things. One is called a self-forgiveness ritual. So write down 3 things that you need to forgive yourself for. Whatever it is that you've saddled yourself with, the blame, whatever it is, because it's not responsibility, it's a belief that you have in some way transgressed. So write down 3 things you need to forgive yourself for. And if you're using an electronic device, you really need to find a way. Actually, if you're using an electronic device, don't. Write down 3 things you need to forgive yourself for. And then once you've done it, methodically, we're in the time of Virgo, methodically, rip the list up into tiny pieces, confetti-like if necessary. If you really want to become very Virgo about it, grab a pair of scissors and cut those tiny pieces in half. It's time to get rid of what you don't need to be carrying. And blaming yourself is not what you need to be doing now. Don't carry this any further. So that's the self-forgiveness ritual. Take those pieces of confetti-like paper and throw them into a dumpster. Dumpsters are great because somebody's going to come and collect that dumpster and what's in the dumpster and take it to a place you're never going to go. And things that you no longer need that aren't of any use to anyone belong in the garbage. So let's handle that. Virgo is great for cleaning up and cleaning out. This is a good time. The second ritual, because not only is it the full moon repeating itself in Aquarius, but this one is the full moon together with conjunct Jupiter, blessings and luck. So it's time for another list. And in this list, write 3 things you need to celebrate yourself for. 3 things that are great, 3 things that are great about you. 3, and I say keep the list to 3 because we can get overblown with blaming ourselves and we can get overblown with praising ourselves. It's always great to praise yourself, but let's celebrate 3 things. Let's focus on these 3 things that are something that are unique to us, these 3 things, and it's something that really, that's a soul signature of us. I can celebrate this about myself. You want to write. And write those 3. Then, this is important because it takes 21 days for something to take hold. Every day for the next 3 weeks, read that list to yourself. You can read it in the morning when you get up, or you can read it in the evening just before you lie down to go to sleep. But read the list for 21 days. And thereafter, you can dispose of the list in whatever way you want. You can toss it into the garbage. You can stick it in your journal. It doesn't matter, because now you've incorporated those things that you need to celebrate within yourself. And those things are a part of you and are being honored by you. So enjoy the week. It's quite a week. A lot's happening here. Enjoy the day. Stay dry and during our marvelous pre-hurricane or in the midst of hurricane season. And be good to yourself. Above all, be good to yourself. Bye.